Mrs. Honeybee. Today, we'll be exploring the world of Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers are in business!
All you have to do is close your eyes, get cozy, and listen to the sound of my voice. Mrs. Honeybee will be your guide. Let's begin.
It's me, Mario!
You are cruising along in your cart on a beautiful spring day. The birds are chirping, the sun is shining. You feel as if this day couldn't get any better. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel your chest and your spirits lift. Then, slowly, breathe all the way out through your mouth. And round the last corner before this already beautiful day gets even better. It's Mario. He sent you a special invitation to race with him in his new cart. He thinks he'll win because his cart is full of the best technology in all of the Mushroom Kingdom. And you are happy to let him think that. He pulls up beside your cart and revs the engine, confident that he will be victorious in this race. That's before he sees how you've upgraded your cart with technology he's never seen before.
Hello, Super Mario Brothers!
You've worked long and hard on your new cart and are so excited to see it in action.
That's great!
Mario all but forgets you two are going to race as he looks on in admiration of your cart. You happily keep him distracted, pointing out all the features as the race flags come down and the countdown starts.
3, 2, 1, go!
While Mario is still fixated on your cart, you take off into the race with quite a lead. Mario snaps out of it and gets back into competition mode. He screeches behind you and floors the gas pedal. He tries a couple of maneuvers, but you are able to anticipate each one with ease. You and Mario round the first curve. He's still in your rearview mirror, but you can tell he's in it to win it today. His new cart, combined with his ferocious competitive spirit, is going to test your strength and your know-how. But you're ready. You got this. Take another slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel your confidence and self-assurance surge as your heart beats once, twice, 3 times. Then slowly breathe all the way out through your mouth and activate the acceleration sequence while splitting your attention between Mario in your rearview mirror and the road unfurling beneath your tires in front of you. In the rear view, Mario is sneaking up on your bumper. You can tell he's angling for the inside of this upcoming curve. Instead of speeding up, you inch out toward the outside edge and let him think he's going to win. As expected, you watch him celebrate prematurely in the rearview mirror as he comes up to pass you on the inside.
Let's go.
You wave happily instead of showing your more competitive side, and also, as expected, that throws him off entirely.
Wow, really? Yeah.
Curious why you're waving, he slows down a little bit to see what you're doing. That's when you overtake him from the inside and leave him in your dust, waving again as you pass him by. Rounding the third curve, there's only one left and no time to do any more maneuvers or fake outs. Now, it's time to race. You push the gas pedal all the way down and your cart darts along the track. You and Mario are side by side, neither of you getting an obvious lead over the other. You activate another acceleration sequence in your cart to go even faster. And when you look back over at Mario, he's looking at something else off in the distance. Thinking this is another fake out, you don't fall for it and continue on flooring it. When you again look ahead, expecting to see the open road, you instead see Luigi flying through the air on his cart. He's waving to both you and Mario, but not in the excited way you'd expect. You and Mario spin to a stop, facing the opposite direction, just as Luigi lands his cart in the center of the racetrack. He wishes he came with better news, but before he can tell you the not-so-good news, he distracts himself by checking out your upgraded cart. His expression changes from one of grave concern to a wide-eyed, curious grin. Mario snaps him out of it, and Luigi continues through huffs and puffs as he catches his breath. Princess Peach has... Luigi takes a gulp of air, struggling to slow his breathing down. You leap out of your cart and help your friend. Placing one hand gently on his shoulder, you place the other over your heart. Luigi does the same. Take another slow, deep breath in through your nose. Imagine a single stream of air coming in through your nose, expanding out your rib cage and settling in your lungs. Then slowly breathe all the way out through your mouth and focus on the steady rhythm of your heartbeat as it slows down and Luigi's own heartbeat slows to match yours. Mario asks if Princess Peach is okay, but Luigi cannot say either way because she's been princess napped. The last anyone saw of her, she was out in her garden picking flowers for the winner of your race today. Luigi cuts himself off to whisper in your ear that Princess Peach thought you would win, so she gathered all the best flowers. Mario leans in, but Luigi gets back to what he knows. Princess Peach was last seen with a bundle of flowers. Toad went into the castle to get a vase and came out to see the bouquet trampled on the ground and huge footsteps. It was Bowser. He took Princess Peach. Luigi didn't want to come all this way to interrupt your race without having some kind of clue to go on. Through his own sleuthing, he managed to put together a map of where he thinks Bowser took her.
Let's go.
Luigi pulls the scrolled map out and unrolls it. It's full of things that have been crossed off, but there's one red circle in the middle. He points a big, puffy, white gloved finger there and says, "That's where we need to go. Princess Peach is counting on us." You, Mario, and Luigi take off in the direction of the red circle, activating every level of acceleration for this even more important race. You try not to get too far ahead of Mario and Luigi because you technically don't know where you're going. You find yourself have to consciously slow down your cart to let them keep up. All of you clear hurdles by making ramps out of anything you can find to launch through the air. The air is so much faster than the ground. Clearing everything, you all arrive somewhere in the nick of time. Luigi comes to a screeching halt first, then you and Mario follow suit. You stop in front of a pile of rubble taller than any of you can see. Luigi panics, and his panic spreads to Mario as they both take to climbing up the rubble of cement and stone like they're climbing a mountain. You join them, thinking that perhaps Princess Peach is here somewhere. Reach up to the nearest stone and hold it tight in your grip. Then pull yourself up behind Mario and Luigi. Right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Once you get to the top, you stand on top of what used to be an enormous bridge that connected two islands. That bridge is now the very rubble you're standing on. You look out over the sparkling water and raise your hand to shade your eyes. Mario and Luigi squint as they point out where the other island is, which used to be connected by this bridge. It's so far in the distance that you can barely see it. You look back down to your cart, which has all of the highest tech modifications in it, but you doubt it'll get you all the way across the bay. You all sit on top of the rubble pile, feeling smashed into just as many pieces as this bridge. How are you going to save Princess Peach? That's when Mario remembers a new friend he made recently. He pulls out his phone and dials his friend. This friend has highly specialized knowledge and told Mario to call him should he ever be in any kind of cart trouble. The phone rings and rings until finally you hear someone answer, and Mario says, "Mr. Honeybee, is that you?"
It's me, Mario. I hope you're calling to catch up, and that you're not in any sort of cart trouble.
Mario explains the situation, and Mr. Honeybee's chipper tone changes to one of an engineer assessing the damage.
The entire suspension bridge is down. Are the anchors still protruding from the water?
At the same time, all of you look out over the water and see 7 anchors still standing tall, peeking out of the water beneath the waves.
7 acres. Whew. That's a long bridge. I don't think anyone can build a bridge that big, that quick. We have no choice but to supercharge your carts. Are you all ready to jump over an entire bay?
Mr. Honeybee downloads directions to his garage in the Honeybee neighborhood onto Mario's cart, and in record time, the three of you arrive at a very unassuming house on a very quiet street. Look your head all the way to one side, down the street, until you can feel a little stretch. Then all the way to the other side. Bringing your head back to center, you find yourself expecting a garage that can supercharge carts to be more noticeable than this. Before you can complete that thought, Mr. Honeybee walks out of the garage, wiping his oily hands on a dirty rag.
Come on, team. I've been preparing some prototypes. I hope none of you are scared of heights. You're going to be soaring in no time.
Mr. Honeybee directs all three of your carts to pull up the driveway and into the garage. He has a specialized mechanic shop just for carts. You pull your cart up between Mario and Luigi and roll the tires until a little string touches the hood. Then Mr. Honeybee tells you to stop there and hop out. Once you do, he cranks all three carts up to the ceiling so he can work on the underside. He zips between your three carts, a soldering station where metal sparks fly, and a wall of computer screens that are running flight simulations on what he's building. He trusts that you are all cart engineers yourself and quickly puts you to work supercharging your own carts. You and Mario work on the soldering station to adhere two metal pieces that Mr. Honeybee and Luigi forged to specific sizes. Sparks fly all around your mask and gloves as you and Mario lean in to make sure the two pieces have become one under fire. You hold it up in your metalworking gloves to inspect, and it looks perfect. So perfect that Mr. Honeybee snatches it right out of your hand and leads you to your cart where it will be installed.
This little part right here is what's going to hold the retractable winds up while you're flying. It's kind of funny how little it is for being so important. This is modeled after airplane wings. It's going to take you where you need to go.
One by one, Mr. Honeybee leads you through the supercharging upgrade, and when he's finally done, he explains all the power that his cart now holds. Listening intently, you, Mario, and Luigi keep your mind's eye on the other side of the bay, where Princess Peach is waiting for her friends to save her. That's where you're going, and that's what all of this is for.
Super Mario Brothers are in business!
Full of confidence and purpose, you all hop in your carts and turn to leave. Mr. Honeybee stops you and shows you a new feature he's added. Pointing to your dashboard, he shows you the button you can press to alert him should you ever need anything in the future. You, Mario, and Luigi look up to Mr. Honeybee and smile before taking off down the driveway. What a great friend to have. The cart gas pedal is much more sensitive now. Even the slightest tap sends it barreling down the road. You test it out on the way back to the bay with Mario and Luigi. You thought your previous cart was fast, but this is unlike anything you've experienced. Mario says he feels like he's driving an airplane. You and Luigi agree and silently hope that you are indeed flying an airplane, because that's what you'll need to clear this channel. Before you get up to the rubble pile, you all take a breath to collect yourselves and prepare for the biggest jump you've ever undertaken. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel a sense of peace wash over you like a wave. Then, slowly breathe all the way out through your mouth and reconnect with your heroic spirit and your unmatched ability to race carts. Those are the only two things you need to save Princess Peach. Having your best friends Mario and Luigi here makes you even stronger, until you hear static come over the radio.
You got this, team. You're the strongest racers I've ever met. Princess Peach is in the best possible hands, and I can't wait to see Bowser's face when he realizes he's been had.
With that message of confidence from Mr. Honeybee, you feel more peace and more confidence than you've ever felt before. You, Mario, and Luigi line up your carts in front of the rubble pile. With a quick review of the supercharge and flight protocols, you each nod to each other once you're ready. On the count of 3, 2, 1. You take off on the race of a lifetime for the life of your friend Princess Peach. Mr. Honeybee's words echo in your mind.
Just before you launch, activate the supercharging sequence. Then, after you feel the tires leave the ground because you're going so fast, engage flight mode. That will have you firing on all cylinders and will take you easily across the bay.
Just as he said, the three of you activate the supercharge and wait until the right moment to engage flight mode. Just before you would drive right into the rubble, you feel the wheels pull up from the ground and you've launched into a clear blue sky. You all stay clear of each other and aim the carts toward the island that is getting closer and closer. Careful not to overlaunch this and go right past the island, you all initiate the landing sequence just in time. When you do, you look over the side of your cart to see the best landing, and that's when you see Princess Peach jumping and waving her hands.
You just don't know when to quit.
Huh. Well, never thought of that as a good thing.
It's a great thing.
You land right beside her just before Mario and Luigi does.
Because we have heart, and with your strength, we can win.
She hops in your cart and thanks you all endlessly for saving her. Princess Peach explains that Bowser was certain that you all wouldn't be able to get here, so he's off on the other side of the island taking a nap. He underestimated you, and now you want to make sure you wake him up to see the error in his ways.
We've located Bowser's ship.
With Princess Peach in the passenger seat of your cart, you all do a screeching loop around Bowser's castle to get his attention. Alarmed, he comes to the door and looks on in horror and shock. Bowser can hardly believe his sleepy eyes as you, Mario, and Luigi launch back to the other side of the bay with Princess Peach safely in your cart. Rescued.
Wow, you were great. I was great. Are you kidding me? You were great.
Have you ever wondered what dogs dream about? Me too. In episode 5 of the Honeybee neighborhood, me and Mr. Honeybee took an adventure into Harold's dream. We just had to find out what dogs dream about, and we discovered some very interesting things. Listen to the Honeybee neighborhood episode 5 and see what happens in Harold's dream. Mr. Honeybee put a link in the description below to listen to episode 5. So you should be able to click the link in the description of this episode to listen. Or you can just look for Mrs. Honeybee's Neighborhood, episode 5 on this podcast, and you'll be able to find it. That's all for now, my little honeybee. I'm heading over to Harold's dream. I hope to see you there. Good night. Always remember, Mrs. Honeybee believes in you. You are special and you are loved. I can't wait to see you again.